Nuclear warfare seems to fascinate the American public. From video games like Fallout to movies such as Doctor Strangelove, it seems that a great deal of Americana is defined by our position as a nuclear power. This is clearly evident in the article published by Life magazine in the 1950s called The 36-Hour War. It claimed that with one nuclear strike, the world would end in under 2 days. This would prove to be more prophetic than they had ever imagined. The mass hysteria that resulted was somewhat warranted, as the concept of MAD showed. MAD, or mutually assured destruction, was one of the abiding military concepts of the Cold War. It stated that if one country launched a nuclear attack on another, the victimized country's allies would be forced to respond, as would the original aggressor's allies, until the entire world lay in rubble. Indeed, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists would create a physical, symbolic representation for the potential annihilation in the doomsday clock. This clock used minutes to midnight to calculate how likely the world was to end at any moment. All of this past nuclear conflict still has great relevance, though. The world should be terrified at the fact that Israel, Pakistan, and India have not signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, and also the fact that countries like Iran and North Korea are actively developing nuclear weapons. Unlike the 1950s, we now truly understand that a single nuke launched means the end of the world. Yet there is some hope. In 2010, President Obama announced a plan to reduce the U.S.'s nuclear missile arsenal drastically, and to work with all nuclear powers to reduce their weapons as well. But the fact remains that it only takes one missile to instigate global holocaust. Years after the Chernobyl incident, there are still significant elements of radiation in the area. Nuclear disasters don't just go away. They linger for decades, perhaps centuries to come. We must never underestimate the destructive capabilities of nuclear warfare.